Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave, and today I'm going to do a video on how do I find a board gaming group. I don't know what to do. So, I'm going to give you some tips on finding a board game group. All right, so here we go. All right, so my first recommendation would be to go to your local game store and talk to talk to the staff to see if they have a gaming night or if they have gaming tables that people can have meetup groups. Um, Barring that, or if the store is not close enough, you can always, or if you don't know where your local game store is, you could go onto Google and you can type in board game stores near me, and it will list the different stores. Then you can, so if I click on these, if I click, say, this one here, um, you can go to their website. So I'll just show you images, and you go on the website, and you can see if they have even. So like here, most stores should have an event calendar. So we click on event calendar, then you can look and see if they have open gaming. If they have a night, if they don't have like open board gaming, if they have a night where they don't seem to have a lot of events, you can talk to them about maybe adding a board game event. So that's one way to do it, is to go check your local game stores. Um, Second idea: well, what if your board game store doesn't have tables, or you don't have a board game store nearby? What do you do then? Well, the as long as you're living in an area where there are other people, there's probably people playing board games, unless it's really remote. So there is a really good site you can go on. It's called Meetup. So if we go to meetup.com, um, you can do a search for board games. Okay, so like here, this is showing board games events, and you can click groups, and you could join a group. Sometimes you could just go to an event, and meet some people that way. So I, for example, if you've watched our channel, you've seen me gaming with Dirk and James. I met both of them from actually two different meetup groups. For Dirk, I went to a meetup group that a local game store had done, and I started hosting events. Battlestar Galactica was like the game in particular. Um, and I was hosting a game once. Dirk stopped by with a couple of his boys, and we chatted, and told him that I played Battlestar Galactica quite regularly. I host events, and he started attending those events, and eventually we started a group that was gaming out of his house, and we've been friends ever since. James was kind of the same way. It was a different meetup group, but um, I signed up for an event for a couple games that I thought were interesting, and it was actually at James's house. So, I was a little nervous about going to some strange person's house, but it worked out. And James and I have been friends ever since. So that's another way, is that if there's no game store, um, you got the games, or people are gaming in other locations. Now, some locations people game at besides game stores is they might game at like a pizza restaurant, or a library, or a community center, or a church. So Meetup is a good way to find board game groups. So that would be another avenue. And this is now there's no fee to pay for Meetup, but the group might charge dues because there is a fee to run a group in Meetup, and so there might be some groups might ask for donations, or some groups might be funded by somebody. So that's another great way to meet other gamers in your area would be through meetup.com. Okay. Another great would be Facebook. So if we go to Facebook and we type in board game groups near me, it'll list some different board game groups. And so these would be the Facebook pages. So if I went to this one, um, you might have to request to join. Each group might have its own little thing, but this is another great way to find board game groups. And these could be at people's houses or they could be at a public place. Um, and so Facebook would be another great way to find a gaming group. All right, well, let's say that you've exhausted all that. There's absolutely no board game groups in your area. That is possible, or they don't play the games that you like to play. Well, you're still not out of luck. There are some online platforms that you can play. Uh, Tabletop Simulator is a great way to play games with people. It's also, if you have friends, you can reconnect with friends that live far away as well. There is a fee. It's like $20, I think, to get a license for Tabletop Simulator, and there's a lot of games that are on there. Board Game Arena would be another such platform that you can play games on, and Tabletopia is another one that I can think of off the top of my head. But so yeah, so if you live in a area where there's only 100 people, maybe, as long as you've got an internet connection, you can get into a board game group. Um, Going to any local gaming convention that your area might have is another way to meet people. And hopefully you find people to get the game, and then you say, hey, we should get together, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's not impossible to find a board gaming group. So I'm hoping that this video helps, and thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Here's some links to some playlists and the subscribe button. Thank you.